They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
58, come on. Here we go, here we go.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 58 now.
Back to throw now on first down. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
George Kittle, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short, and he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Rodgers now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Underneath, he's got Brate, and he's able to get up here to the 26. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them.
And my goodness, another interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
Set, ready? 70, Indy. Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down. Shoot.
A first down carry by Elliott. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Go. Motion, check. Go.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Packers take over first and 10.
Let's go,
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Rodgers. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Ready, 30 base.
2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
So the victory here